Hello friends, welcome to the multiple choice series of Indian polity. So today we are going to discuss the 10 multiple choice questions on the topic Finance Commission. So we will be covering Finance Commission of India as well as Finance Commissions of states. And this is an initiative of the Nimbus Academy. You can download the Nimbus Academy app from Google Play Store and Apple iStore. You can also follow us on Facebook or you can join our Telegram channel. You can also WhatsApp us on this number for free test series, for free material, for free YouTube videos on daily current affairs and more such stuff. You can follow us on all these mediums. So let us start. Which article of the Constitution provides for a Finance Commission of India? Options are A. Article 275, B. Article 280, C. Article 285 or D. Article 286. The correct answer is B. Article 280. So this article of the Constitution of India provides that there should be a Finance Commission of India for various purposes which we'll be discussing in the further questions. Second question is, what is the nature of Finance Commission of India? The options are A. Constitutional body, B. Quasi-judicial body, C. Statutory body or D. Both A and B. The correct answer is D. Both A and B. So since it is mentioned under Article 280 of the Constitution of India, that means it is a constitutional body and also it is a quasi-judicial body because it has certain judicial functions and it performs certain judicial functions. So it is a quasi-judicial body as well. Therefore, both A and B is the answer. Third question, who appoints the chairman and members of the Finance Commission of India? The options are A. Parliament of India, B. Union Finance Minister, C. Chairman of Public Accounts Committee or D. President of India. The correct answer is D. The President of India. So there is one chairman and 4 members of the Finance Commission of India and all of them are appointed by the President of India. Fourth question, who is the chairman of the 15th Finance Commission of India? The options are A. Nand Kishore Singh, B. Y.V. Reddy, C. C. Rangarajan or D. Arun Kelkar. The correct answer is A. Nand Kishore Singh or N.K. Singh. So he is the chairman of the 15th Finance Commission and the 15th Finance Commission has already submitted its recommendations to the President of India and its recommendations period will be extending from 2020 to 2025. Fifth question, in context of the Finance Commission of India, what is vertical devolution of funds? Options are A. Devolution of funds from one state to another, B. Devolution of funds from the central government to the state governments, C. Devolution of funds from the Reserve Bank of India to other banks or D. Devolution of funds from the Prime Minister's office to other central government ministries. The correct answer is B. Devolution of funds from central government to the state governments. So from central government to all the state governments, this is vertical devolution of funds. Whereas if funds are devolved from one state to another or among various states, that is the horizontal distribution of funds. Sixth question, choose the incorrect statement. A. Finance Commission plays only an advisory role. B. The real mandate of Finance Commission is to suggest economies in government spending. C. Finance Commission of India recommends vertical as well as horizontal allocation of funds or D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. The real mandate of Finance Commission is to suggest economies in government spending. This is an incorrect statement. It is not the task of the Finance Commission of India. Seventh question. One of the members of the Finance Commission should be, options are A. A retired Controller and Auditor General or CAG, B. A retired Judge of Supreme Court, C. A Judge of High Court or D. All of the above. The correct answer is C. A Judge of High Court. So there are 4 members and 1 chairperson of the Finance Commission of India, and one of those members has to be a judge of the High Court or a person who is qualified to become a judge of the High Court. And who is qualified to become a judge of the High Court? One who has been an advocate in a High Court or in a subordinate court for at least 10 years, or one who has been a judge for at least 5 years in the subordinate judiciary. Eighth question. The Finance Commission of a state is constituted under which provision? Options are A. 42nd Constitutional Amendment, B. 62nd Constitutional Amendment, C. 73rd Constitutional Amendment, or D. 97th Constitutional Amendment. The correct answer is C. 73rd Constitutional Amendment. So we have done this. This is a landmark constitutional amendment that established Panchayati Raj institutions as constitutional bodies under Article 243 of the Constitution of India. And under this particular article, a finance commission for every state has to be constituted by the state governments that would recommend the devolution of funds by the state government to the Panchayati Raj institutions as well as the urban local bodies which are constituted under 74th Amendment. So either it is the urban local bodies or the Panchayati Raj institutions, both of them get their funds from the state government as per the recommendations of the Finance Commission of a state, and that commission is constituted under the 73rd Constitutional Amendment. Ninth question. What is the operative period for implementation of the recommendations of the Finance Commission report? The options are A. 1 year, B. 2 years, C. 3 years, or D. 5 years. The correct answer is D. 5 years. So once a Finance Commission submits its report, its recommendations, if accepted by the government, are to be implemented for the period of 5 years. For example, the 15th Finance Commission of India has submitted its report in the months January-February 2020, that is a few months back, and its recommendations have been accepted by the government and they will be implemented in the financial year 1st of April 2020 till 31st of March 2025. So this is the implementation period of the Finance Commission's report. Final question is, which of the following is not a function of the Finance Commission of India? The options are A. To recommend principles governing grants in aid, B. To suggest measures to augment consolidated fund of a state to supplement the resources of panchayats and municipalities, C. To give an estimate of the annual budget expenditure and revenue, or D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. To give an estimate of the annual budget expenditure and revenue. This is not the function of the Finance Commission of India. Other two are the functions of Finance Commission. So Finance Commission recommends the principles that will govern the grants in aid to the states and also suggest measures to augment the consolidated fund of the state to supplement the resources of panchayats and municipalities. So it might look like this point is incorrect because it deals with the consolidated fund of a state. However, as far as panchayats and municipalities are concerned, even the Finance Commission of India can suggest measures to augment this fund for supplementing the resources of these third tier institutions. So thank you everyone. Thank you for watching.